All right, everybody. Welcome, welcome. The button has been pushed and the show has begun. Wasting time today? That doesn't sound like very much fun. Back on the mic. Gonna do it right. Play in 1 minute. Y'all need to quit it. I don't even know, but I'm rhyming. Because it's the timing. The timing for the brawl. It's a free-for-all. Play d5. Okay, taking on c6. Better than what he did. I almost want to take a2 in those positions. You know, and then just gobble up b2 even after knight e7 check. But it's probably unnecessary, so don't normally go for that. Now, I want to rock the world over here. I feel like probably just the most direct fashion is the best way to do that. I got to turn down the volume on the old Twitter tracking as the tweets begin to come in as people request to play. Turn down the volume. All right, I'm going to take it and just play a5 and show that the initiative is about more than just the queens being on the board. My pieces will assault the king side either way. I want to check and then wreck. No, wait. Yes? Okay, do that. Take advantage of the pin first. Now take it. Oh, wait, I don't have a lot of time, huh? Have to be very careful, and he's being very smart about his approach. He actually has made no serious blunders, which is a huge, huge advantage. But not a big enough advantage. I'm still going to get a queen. And I think I should have enough time to win. Just take it. Now we'll get that queen. We'll give that check. Come down there. Pre-move up. Go here. Pre-move check. Pre-move in. Pre-move in. Go get that rook trade. Go get that rook trade. Wait a second. How much time do I have here? I got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Pre-move it out. Oh, couldn't do it. Check it. Check it. And you know what you got to do now? You got to go ring that bell. Boom. Only on Checkmate do we ring the bell. You guys almost forgot about the bell, and you're like, oh, snap, this is the best party on the internet. Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back. Let's back up and take a look at that, because Rhino's played pretty well. Okay, so we've seen this dragon happen a few times, but because I like the dragon. You know how I feel about that. I loves me a good dragon and some blitz. But the major issue after d5 is you really can't take on d5 a second time and bring the queen up. You know, you're losing any chance of gaining a positional advantage, because what white is trying to do in the nine castles long line is not waste time developing this bishop to prevent d5, and instead just trying to castle and accelerate the attack. Well, what does black do in turn? Because you're not taking the time to prevent this strike, black strikes with d5. But what you are supposed to get in compensation for that as white is a positional edge, which has to do with the dark squares. Specifically, oh, sorry, not right there. Bishop to d4 first, very often. And specifically, okay, like in the main lines, you get positions like this, where white's goal is to sort of grip the dark squares. This pawn here is isolated, and white goes for a positional bind. It's not the easiest way to play in blitz, which is, again, why I play the dragon in blitz, even though over the board I actually prefer this line for white. I think theoretically white is doing very well here. But knight takes d5 is just not a recipe for success. And like I said, after takes here, I almost want to take with check and then play here. And it's actually funny because I'm threatening mate in two ways. Queen a1 and queen takes b2. But I think something as simple as queen to b4 probably does the trick. As far as getting out of that mess, probably. So no point. So you just take back, and what's happened is black has achieved the positional strike of d5 without any, or let's say the liberating strike of d5 to free up his d file for the pieces, but white hasn't gotten the positional edge that he normally gets by getting that isolated pawn. So that's the mistake with that. All right, the challenges have rolled in along with the tweets. Go ahead and tweet at me, at Daniel Rensch. You can see it right there on the Twitter. Give me your username on Chess.com for a better chance at being featured in today's Bullet Brawl. But you know what's funny? I have several challenges from title players here already, which is a little bit rare. Normally the title players don't come on till, I'm a little bit more tired or whatever. Not that it's going to make a difference. But I'm going to jump in and play our first best of 3 and see if I can bang the gong. I'm going to take on Kasparov, the legend, Kasparov, Casper. He's really good. I've been playing 1-1 lately against these title players, so I feel like I have to be careful here. Casper, where you at, buddy? Make your move, dude. Was he just seeking and didn't know I was going to accept the challenge? I don't know. There he goes. He's here. He's here. All right, we got a Verisov. A Verisov it is. A Verisov it is. The fun way to play chess these days. That's what the cool kids are doing. And you wish you could be like the cool kids. Like the cool kids. We'll take there. Ooh, that's a double pawn. We'll play this way. Probably not ideal for him, but he was trying to play fast to sort of make up for this lost time that he had to start. So I understand that. I understand that 100%. But, uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's weird and funky. I'm going to take there and just blow it open. That wasn't very... If I go back, he takes f3, and I think he was winning my piece. So all of a sudden, things got wild. You know what I mean? But now I'm going to go for some craziness. It feels like I should still have something here, right? Like probably with best play, this is winning for white, but will we play the best? I don't know. He's getting mated in not the good way. I'm gonna play a little tickle here. Whoa, he just runs up. Is this guy for real? He just runs up and says, I don't even care. But I don't think he can do that. I don't think he can do that. I think he runs out of space. I like it. I like it. Oh, it's checkmate. You're right. Oh, yeah. I feel like if there was like a soundtrack to life, like when I thought I did something well, like the music that I want to start playing just starts playing. I'm thinking like some LCD sound system, like some really good instrumental stuff, And it only, like, don't you wish you just had like a soundtrack to life, like in a movie when someone does something totally BA, it's like they have music that plays. Well, I mean, who wouldn't feel like a you-know-what if he had music every time, playing every time he thought he did something good. I don't know what's going on here. That looked good for him. That looked real good for him. That is a typical idea in the, whoa, that's a rook, buddy. That is a rook, my friend. I attacked that rook, and I am not ashamed to admit it. I love that rook. That's 2 wins right there. That's 2 wins. You're going to keep playing, huh? All right. Going to keep playing. That's okay with me. We will take there. And then just, yeah. Okay, that's 2-0. It's a 2-0 start. It's a blunder. A blunder fest. No bell being banged right now. You know why? Because I didn't checkmate. That's a fact. Now he's going to go into that Verisov again and say, well, I'm going to have a little more time this time. And that's okay with me. I trust in my weapon. I trust in the weapons that got me here. I played this way in an over-the-board blitz tournament one time recently. And it was fun. Because I don't know that it makes any sense. Like, look at what I'm doing. Look at what I'm doing. It makes no sense, yet it does at the same time. I mean, how fun does this position look? Too fun. That's the answer. It looks too fun. What? What are you doing? I never know what you're doing. I'm going to develop my pieces. I'm going to develop my pieces. I'm just trying to protect my daughter, all right? I'm just trying to protect my daughter. Ever since Ma died, I've been out here digging up transformers in the backyard. Yo, Tommy, grab the car keys and let's move, all right? Grab the car keys and let's get out of here, all right? Whoa. Ever since Ma died, you've been digging up Transformers in the backyard, Tommy. Grab your khakis and let's go. Let's roll. Oh, I feel like I can checkmate him. You make me feel like I can deliver checkmate on the H-5-I-O. H-5-I-O. You make me feel like I can deliver checkmate on the H-5-I-O. The H-5-I-O. Oh, 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 oh. Whoa. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. It's a pass G-pawn. You know what that does? That's a best of 3. And you grab that thing. And you bang the gong because you won a match against title players. Who's excited to be here? I am. All right, back to the Twitter following. Username, Lunos, I see you. Username, Pure Defiance. Username, Andy Lee DMA. I'm looking for y'alls. There you are, Lunos. Welcome to the show. Thank you for following me on Twitter, and thank you for tweeting at me with your username, my friend. By the way, I mean, Kasparov just didn't have his endgame. I fully expect to lose the next match I play against that guy because he is not going to be happy about what just took place here. And he's better than that. I know it, all right? So I'm not sitting here thinking, oh, you know, I just crushed Kasparov and that's how things normally go. Kasparov is the man. He's actually tied for first in a Title Tuesday before. When was the last time I did that? Okay, so Kasparov is really, really good, and I just wanted to say that on air, that I kind of got a little bit lucky, I would say. And I'm not afraid to admit it. A real man admits when he's wrong, or at least when he knows admitting that he's wrong will get him what he wants. Pro tip. Okay? That is what real men do. So, always admit when you're wrong, especially when it is the fastest road to victory in the old relationship. All right? Just, don't forget that. And I will have brought you to the promised land. The promised land of a healthy relationship. My wife is always right, though. I mean, I'm actually serious. Like, she's so much smarter than me. It's ridiculous. But what's funny is, like, the 1 in 100th time that she's wrong about something, if I say, well, you were wrong about that, she goes, what's your point? Like, instantly. Like, she hates when I point it out, even though she, like, shoves it in my face every time I'm wrong. If I say, like, oh, did you realize you calculated that wrong? Like, recently we had a calculation, we were putting in some laminate flooring, and she helped me, but she did the calculation wrong, and she's the genius in the family. And I just, like, pointed it out, and she instantly is like, what's your point? What do you want to, what are you trying to say? Like, it's like exactly, you know what I'm talking about, all right? So don't mess with that. Don't mess with old number 1 when it comes to the house town. That's another piece of advice for you. All right, tweet at me your username, everybody. Nimzo Bowie, I see you just came in. Are you related to David Bowie in any way? Rithwick, I've seen you before. I'm avoiding Pure Defiance just because I've played him so many times. Chess Timpf, but okay, maybe I should play the Super Scion. Alright, I guess I should play Pure Defiance. I mean, come on. He did follow me on Twitter and tweet me his username just for that, didn't he? I mean, he deserves something. Alright, we're playing again Pure Defiance, and I'm bringing out the big guns. Bringing out the Verisov. Against these slightly more flexible systems as black, I kind of just like preparing to castle short. It's kind of my thing. Alright? Alright, it's going online. People know what I'm about. I ain't afraid to admit it. You can study my games. It don't matter to me. I ain't afraid. I ain't never scared. Whoa, that's an outpost square for a bishop if I've ever seen one. Ha! Right? Hallelujah. Look at that. That's double pin. This is how the bishops get wild. All right? This is when things get crazy. I'm gonna just build up. I'm gonna build up that pressure. Don't break tension, everybody. Maintain tension. Build on tension. Yeah, you want to build on that tension and make him undo the mess that he has gotten himself in. I'm gonna keep those bishops. I'm gonna play d5 if he lets me. Ooh, very nice. I'll kick that queen out. There is no threat. There is no Dana. Only Zool. There is no threat. Oh, that's a queen trade. All right, he got out of it. Very good defense, actually. Very good defense not to blunder something in that position that was a tactical mess. Although I think it's still a lot more than a... still not very far from a walk in the park now for black, and ultimately he is losing material. It's too bad. I almost feel bad. It's too bad. We'll just take there. We'll trade everything and get that endgame. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get that endgame. I told you, Billy Bob, he's gonna get it. Right? Bubba shot the jukebox. All right, Victor, 2748. I'm declining people who I don't see their username. Oh, I just declined the Super Scion. Sorry, buddy. Challenge me again. Ooh, there's Andy Lee. Andy Lee's here to play. Just I'm not biased toward Twitter. It's just if I tell people I'm gonna play them if they do that, I kind of have to keep doing that. It's just hard not to. Anyway, Andy Lee, welcome, Showtown. I'm playing a very weird mixture of Najdorf meets classical Sicilian here. Although with the transposition, it's kind of gone back to something that's much more playable. I'll talk about that in a second, because this is actually a common thing that White should be aware of. Did I mistake that? No, there's nothing special here. Keep the bishops or the knight? Keep the bishops or the knight? I'm not exactly sure. Wait, it's a 1-1 game. I have time to think about this one. I wish I knew the right decision here just based on experience. It's the kind of position I probably should, and I think that keeping the bishop makes sense because I've extended the b-pawn, because I'm worried about him eventually having things like a4. And so I think the bishop made sense from the perspective of I may not be better here. That's the point. I'm likely not better here at all. So now I have an idea, and I like it. I'm going to strike with f5 to create a little bit of a positional catastrophe, and maybe then go gobble up that pawn. Excuse me. I think if he had played rook g2 threatening bishop takes g6, he actually was in better shape than I initially anticipated. That might have been a mistake by me. It might have been an old mistake here. Right. Do it. Yeah. Oh, now that's a mistake. That's a pawn. That's a pawn, and that's a pinned bishop on h2. The d5 pawn is also problematic, but let's just build up on the f file. Maybe we go to f1 and offer a rook trade, which probably will facilitate the easier advance. Oh, wait. That's a big problem. Mistake town. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. Okay, we'll take everything, and now we will push to victory. The king is cut off, and we like that. We like when the kings are cut off. We continue. All right, we'll take... Should I just go get another queen? Probably. Probably makes the most sense here. Perhaps the easiest route. We're playing really precise technique right now. I don't even know what's wrong with me. This isn't even my style. You know my style. Play horrible moves and hope your opponent flags. But sometimes you got to play good moves. You know? Sometimes you got to play good moves. That's the thing. I know he'd like stalemate. I know he'd like that to be a thing that exists, but it's not going to happen. Ain't going to happen. Not gonna work here anymore. What movie is that from? First person to say what movie that's from on Twitter gets a 1-month premium membership. Not gonna work here anymore. What's that from? I'm waiting for it, waiting for the tweet. This is the level that I've fallen to. I no longer give away free memberships to our site because you know anything about chess. It's about whether or not you can stay with me on a pop culture level. It's very simple. Okay, we have more people. We have Rithwick, 2002, dude. You tweeted at me. Welcome. Who can tell me what movie that line is from? Waiting for the tweets. Office Space. Oh, but you're already a premium member. Okay, I'm going to give it to the first... Okay, I'm not giving it to Matt because Matt's a staffy. Shame on you, Matt, for jumping in the competition. Anyway, so I'm going to go back. Everybody just tweeted that, and I will go back and look at the first one who did it. So, there you go. All right, what am I doing here? I got to focus. Here. Take with the pawn in these positions. I'm supposed to be going over these games, right? And we're all supposed to be learning something? I forgot about that. I'll go over this one and the last one. We'll pause 10 seconds for an educational break on the Bullet Brawls radio network. We will pause 10 seconds for station identification and for an educational break on the Bullet Brawl radio network. I'm going to put the knight on d4. The key to this is that you want to hold ground on the dark squares. It's a positional fest. So you kind of back up that knight, and then you play knight d4. And a lot of times the pawn on d3 is kind of useful because it holds these squares and keeps their knight from accessing the same type of central post that you have. So now we have this very dominant knight on a dark square versus a relatively ugly bishop on c6. And that makes White's job or task of advancing. I can also play tickle a little bit, but I'm wondering if I should just... See, he has nothing, so I can even just open up my king because he's not going anywhere, right? Not going anywhere. Everybody's closed. Nobody's happy. Now I can even really push it. This sort of advance of your own king is not always advisable when, when the position is potentially going to become open, but there's absolutely no chance of that here. Tell you what there is a chance of, ringing the bell, but he resigned. He said, no, you will not ring the bell on me, Daniel Rensch. Okay, let's back up and take a quick peek at what happened down. So we started with d4 and knight c3, my old number one, and we transpose into a French or Ruski, which is a classical French. Again, the transposition that would normally occur would be to reach this position via e4, e6, d4, d5, knight c3, knight f6, slonje, piat, slonie sim, yepiat, kon f desim. So this is a transposition that reaches the same one we had in the game. So, now the traditional way to play this position is what both of us did. Black is playing on the queen side. He actually played all pretty good moves. I played bishop d3. Okay, so sometimes you play it there with the fantasy of the Greek gift sacrifice. I bet that's a phrase that's never been said outside of a chess environment. Fantasy of a Greek gift sacrifice. Find me a place that's been said not in a chess setting, and you get a premium membership. It doesn't exist. Anyway, so he takes on d3 early, but often that can be a positional mistake to give White this because this is a surprising move at first to people who don't understand what's going on the line. It seems like a little bit counter-positional, right? Feels sort of awkward when the queen taking is so natural. But the pawn here actually controls critical central squares, preventing ideas like this for black and also preventing access to the light squares later on. Also, the c-file is about the most useful thing in the position when it comes to helping out the outposted knight on d4. So this is a very common way to approach the structure, and my plan is exactly what I did. It's sort of a scientific approach. You want to put a pony on d4, you want to put rooks on the c-file, make sure there's no tactics on the dark squares. Sometimes you got to be a little more careful than other times, and then positionally strangle the bad bishop versus the good knight, either by playing solely on the queen side or by looking to advance on the king side like I did. So it's just a good lesson for anybody playing against these French structures to understand this. I think knight here was kind of a mistake. I mean, at this point, maybe he should just risk it and try to get a biscuit, right? But I think if I go back here, I even maybe have this sneaky move. Do I? I think I do. Look at that. Taking advantage of pins, and now I'm going to win the piece. And even if he plays bishop a4, maybe I just play king h1. So you get this weird position where black's pieces are kind of overly pot committed, right? Anyway, so he backed up, but the rest is sort of positionally textbook, and it's a good thing to see what happened, that I was kind of able to aggressively advance this because of a close center. Otherwise, I am not a condoner of opening the king side. Hi, my name's Daniel Rensch, and I approve this message of opening up the king side. Why is it that corrupt politicians always sound like they talk like this? And I'm not trying to make fun of Hillary Clinton, probably. I don't want to get into politics. What am I doing? Everybody's corrupt in politics, in my opinion. But here's the thing. Every time I go back into politics, I just slip right into this accent. I don't understand why. I don't know. But here's what I do know. I approve the message of opening up your king side when the center is closed. Now, Andy Lee, we had a decent game, didn't we? I don't remember. We had this weird, that's right, we had this weird Najdorf and then, transposed to a classical when I played knight to c6. But you can play this way. It's very much just like a regular English attack. And what I would advise against players who are just learning to play these open Sicilians, I know there's a lot of tweets coming in. I'm trying to get to more of your games. Hold on, we got to learn something too here, okay? What I would advise a I would say like less experienced players when they're just starting to learn some of the open Sicilians, the aggressive castles long versus castles kingside, and where it's all about the attack. I would advise you to recognize that you don't always need to just complete your development before accelerating the attack. Sometimes the best way to play is with g4 and immediately establish threats of g5 and actually get the thing rolling before you focus on what you're going to do with the king. Because even though you might say, well, aren't all roads leading to Rome? I mean, eventually I got a castle, right? So might as well do it now. It's exactly the way an amateur would think about it, is eventually I got to do this, so let me just do it now. It feels good. But the difference in move order and tempi is huge when it comes to these kind of positions. And the quicker you establish dysfunction in my position, the easier it is to play the middle game later on. Also, removing the knight from here prevents me from breaking with d5. If I ever play e5, it weakens the d5 square. So there's a number of pros to doing that. Anyway, I could go into the theory a lot here, but I can't do that. So let me just continue with, so you castled long, and now I took and played b5, and we've got this, like, I think this is a transposition as well from the Rouser. I'd have to double check. But this idea where I play e5 and basically transpose directly into a Najdorf type position is very typical of these Rousers where you take on d4 and then you kind of gain a tempo, and then bishop e6 comes, which maybe is something I should have played first. I don't know. No, I think this is fine. And maybe I really just can't prevent him from doing what he's doing. The position's just about equal, and I kept the bishop, as I said, because I was worried that keeping the knight would lead to light square problems, right? I got 99 problems, but a light square color complex weakness is not one of them. That's what I wanted to avoid it. And so I didn't want a4 and for the bishops to get nasty, so I sort of anticipated that the bishop would be a little more useful, and I would play over here, and that's kind of what happened. I think I was a little bit better down the road and, eventually won. So, all right. Thank you, everybody. Again, if you're just joining us, hi. This is a Bullet Brawl. Where have you been? I actually have not lost today. And not only have I not lost, but I also have already won one title player battle, 3-0. You know what that means? That's right. We're in beast mode. We haven't even gotten going yet, and we're already in beast mode. And I'm going to try to continue my winning ways right now against the next title player battle who's already here. We got a lot of title players today. Title players ready to rock it, and they are excited. Rocket Sock'em Robots. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Right? We have played this way before. We're going to take it. We're going to push it. He's going to play d4 likely. That's what everybody does. He's going to play there, and then I play bishop h4. Again, not my first rodeo. I have been here before, and now that's a little bit more strange. I guess I'll play here. a3. Now what we need to do is just improve that light square bishop onto a diagonal where he has a better future. I guess we'll take. I'm not really worried about him taking on f3 here. And the main reason is I feel like the open king side will be more beneficial than not. So now let's bring this knight into d3. The main thing against this guy is I gotta play fast, because he always beats me on time. He's real fast. Real fast, this cat. So I'm trying to basically just keep up on time right now. I'm going to play this way. Oh, I would love to have something nastier than what I have. I want something more nasty than what I have. Whoa, isn't that a check? Or maybe it doesn't do nothing. Doesn't do nothing. That sounded like real proper English. Good job, Danny. Way to show that you're educated. You know, that doesn't do nothing. Now I'd love to do something else too. Oh, what was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking, and now I'm just sacking everything. That was a horrible blunder. I totally miscalculated there, and now I'm just down a ton. I'm down a ton on time. I'm down a ton everywhere. Yeah! Boom! I did not deserve to win that game. Holy shenanigans. Okay, I deserved to win the game early. We both blundered our way to a horrible position. And I almost lost on time, did I not? I told you, this guy's sneaky. This guy's real sneaky. He likes his time advantage. Really, really does. I'm just playing horrible chess right now. And I'm loving it. I'm playing absolutely horrible chess moves, and I'm loving every second of it. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life today? You know what I mean? I'm playing horrible chess moves. Do you get it? You get what it's about? It's about playing horrible chess moves. Yeah, no, seriously, I'm playing terrible here. Ugh, don't get checkmated, Danny. Wouldn't be my first time getting checkmated. That's actually okay with us, right? Given the way things were going, I think that was about as good as we could have expected. Something like that happening. Uh-oh. He's got a lot of compensation. Those knights look scary. I don't even know what to do right now. I'm going to guard f7. Like, seriously, this is a very scary position for me. Those knights are freaking me out. I'm freaking out right now. Ugh, I knew it. I knew I was going to blunder. Because the knights were just, you know, scary. No, now what? I'm going to go there. Yep, I wanted him to play it. Okay, well, the Bugs Bunny strikes back. Let's hope I'm not the Elmer Fudd in this scenario, right? Right? Bugs Bunny strikes back. We'll play that again because we had a good position. I was happy with that scenario. I'm going to play a different move order here. Slightly different move order meant for slightly different tactics. Ooh, I love that. I do not think that was the best. But maybe I don't have anything fancy, do I? That's kind of frustrating. Would have been nice to have something better. You know, for that tempo I earned. For that tempo I earned myself. But I had nothing. There was nothing to it. We're going to do some weird stuff here. Bugs Bunny's bringing his A-game. I can feel it. I can feel his A-game. I can feel your anger. Right? I can totally feel his anger. Look how fast he's playing. Whoa. Oh, I should have taken first and then done that. Darn it. Still looks kind of rough for him, doesn't it? That was a bad move by him. I knew he was going to flag me. He's so fast. He's so fast. I have to play faster. I told you, he's just so fast. Like, I mean, chess moves, I feel pretty good about my chances, but he's just really, really fast. Very, very scary. He's scary fast. What? This is working for you? Ugh. I don't want to sit here and spend time trying to figure it out. That's the honest truth. That's the honest truth. That's Scout's Honor right there. Are you allowed to say Scout's Honor if you're not a Boy Scout? Like, what's the, what's the code on that? Is that cool? I don't know. I'm just asking. What's the code on that? Well, that made my life easy. Was not expecting him to make it that easy. Should have tried to keep... Oh, I was actually up on time. Holy smokes. Man, I was up on time that time. I really made an effort to play fast, clearly. Clearly, I had aggressive intentions on the clock in that situation. Playing as fast as my little mouse will carry me right now. Playing as fast as my little mouse will carry me. And doing my best to keep it entertaining in the process. I think I got him here. I don't think this is good for him. I really, really don't. Oh, I could have just taken F6. That would have done the trick. Game over. I want a chant. Can I get a chant? Bang the gong. Bang the gong. Bang the gong. Bang. No, I'm kidding. I'm just trying to make it entertaining. You know, I used to be able to do that dance move that people do. I no longer have that ability. Do you guys see Han Solo and Little Danny over here? They're just going at it. This is Little Danny. I did not make that for myself. I'm not that narcissistic, okay? This was actually a funny gift from Chess.com. And Han Solo battling it out all the time. Now you look back there and you're just like, I get it now. That's what's going on. Good games, man. Good games. I don't know how I held up against you. You are the fastest man. You are the fastest man. There's Nimzo Bo, right? Didn't he tweet at me? I think so. Welcome to the show, Nimzo Bo. Welcome to the show, Nimzo Bo. Yeah, Nimzo Bo tweeted at me. There he goes. We haven't had a bullet simul yet today, have we? We should probably do that soon. We should probably do that real soon. A dragon. I try not to pre-move. What am I talking about? I pre-move all the time. It's like literally what I do. I understand. I try not to pre-move capture always. I've already said that. I try not to pre-move in the opening because there's really no point, and it's something that people get in trouble doing all the time. You know, you blunder away the position because of a opening pre-move. I guess we'll just build. If you build it, they will come. Pretty sure James Earl Jones was talking about rooks on the C-file. If you build it, they will come. I'm almost positive that's what he was talking about. Am I not checkmating you? Somehow, some way? I think so. Somehow, some way, it feels like I'm checkmating you. We'll take there. And then we will take there. Right, yeah. Wait, am I not checkmating him? I don't want to give up a draw. I have to be very careful here. I mean, he had g5, right? I guess I take with check, shake and bake, and then just play here. And then that whole sack idea, which normally works, doesn't work because I have this. Yeah, I think that would have done the trick. All right, we have more tweeters, more fun, more players. Here we go. Welcome. I'm going to make some declines here to try to get some other people in on the challenges. Try to get some other people here in on the challenges. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. There you are, the Super Scion. You tweeted at me, and you deserve it. What are we playing here? 1-1? What is this? 1-1. Okay. 1-1. As you wish. As you wish. I am going to mess with your Sicilian, even when death is on the line. Speaking of as you wish, Wesley. Wesley, my darling. Wait, wasn't I supposed to play something? I was supposed to play... Ugh, I messed this up. I messed this up, everybody. Fact. I messed up this position. I was supposed to play King B1 first. You got to force Queen C7. I'll explain it here in a second because it's actually instructive for everyone. Family fun. Good old-fashioned family fun. Chess instruction for everyone. I've told you before, I'm like the Tiny Tim of chess lessons. Just giving away free tips. Chess instruction for everyone. If he plays Rook C8, do I have to be careful here? I thought he was going to play Rook C8. I couldn't just sack my queen and take F6 because there's Bishop H6 check at the end of those lines, and I resign times. But okay. Now, I think I am okay, and I think I can force a queen trade and be up the exchange. which should be nice. I feel bad for the Super Saiyan because he played the opening better than me, and he knows it. And he's like, where did I go wrong? Literally what the Super Saiyan is thinking right now is, how did he get this position? Where did I go wrong? That's what he's thinking, and he's right to be thinking that. Because I don't know where he went wrong. We're going to look at it. I know where I went wrong. And I know that it doesn't really matter anymore because my position is now better. Although after that, it might matter. Ew, that was ugly by me. That was an ugly move, and it's a 1-1 game, so I have to be careful here. He still has time to come back in this game. That's the truth. He's got plenty of compensation now after that bad move F4 I played. But is trading the bishops right for him? I do not know. That's definitely not right, because if he's bringing my king in, that's only going to accelerate the process of me getting my own pass pawn here. Now you come back, and this will just show the power of the rook over the knight, I think, in these endgames, in these pass pawn endings. It's unfortunate for black. Oh, wait. Not a lot of time, is there? He tried to get me. Sneaky guy. Sneaky guy tried to get me. Alright. No bell ringing. But let's back up. Let's see what happened here. Grab some water. How's everybody doing? You having a good time? Alright, I know, I got lots of other usernames coming in challenging me. We have username eCheck. I will remember you next time if I don't get to you. Username Nick Mata. I've played you before, but as you say, you want revenge. We have DMJJMD. Must be one of those things where he wanted his username to be the same, read backwards and forwards, right? We have Tigamax. We have Itchy Brain. We have Prince of Hummus. First of all, fantastic username, Prince of Hummus. Where are you? If you are here, I will accept that challenge right now. You are here challenging me, but I have to decline some challenges to get to you. And there's Nick Mata, who wants his revenge. But let's take a quick look at what happened in the Super Saiyans game, because we had this. It was a normal dragon that then turned accelerated dragon when he took on D4. Oh, no. Knight takes D4 is not accelerated. Say this is another way to tackle 9 castles long, which, as I said in one of the first games, right? I prefer this line as white, though I played a lot as black and blitz. And again, if I'm not developing the bishop to c4 to prevent d5, that's probably the most principled approach, but the other way to punish the lack of a bishop on this diagonal is to do exactly what he did, which is to take d4 and then play bishop to e6. That's a very nice piece as far as facing toward the queen side. The immediate threat in this position is very simple. Queen a5. If black can accelerate the attack, then that sounds good. What white is supposed to play is king to b1. King to b1 prevents queen a5. Do you know why? I'm going to pause here and give away another premium membership. I'm going to continue, but by the time you see me asking you why, first person to tell me why queen a5 is not a good move here gets a premium membership. I'm waiting for that tweet, and then I'm going to continue. Okay, the lag will have caught up by now. I kind of like that these shows all have like a 7-8 second lag anyway. So the idea is that you have knight to d5, which unleashes the discovered attack on the queen with tempo. And because the king is on b1, not only is this not an option, but also taking with check is not an option because the king was here. So if you take, white simply takes on e7 and then takes here, and the game is over. That's right. Mr. David, tall guy, you are DMJ JMD. Send me a message. By the way, the other guy who won the Office Space contest, not Matt, was Jacob Johnson, at Jake57689. Both of you guys send me messages on Chess.com and you get your premium membership, and I will handle it for you personally. That's the idea, is this discovered check. And so now black is just losing, because you can't even backpedal. I'll just take here and not only destroy your structure, win pawns, and probably still checkmate you, right? So that's the idea, but I forgot to play king to b1. I played g4, and so as soon as he got this, we are now in a line that favors black. Fun fact. So where did he go wrong? Where did the Super Scion go wrong? By the way, fantastic avatar, over 9,000. I've always wanted to be a Dragon Ball Z character, but instead I just settled for this. Tal mode. Look at that. Every time I do that and somebody hasn't seen it before, it literally makes somebody jump in their seat. And every time somebody jumps in their seat on a Bullet Brawl, an angel gets its wings. You're welcome. You like that? That's Tal mode right there. So the move g4 and then queen a5. Now I go king to b1, but he gets rook fc8, and I'm already in trouble town, right? There's threats of rook takes c3. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but one other thing you can do though after g5 is you don't have to take on c3. I think Super Saiyan knew I made a mistake and kind of smelt blood and wanted to get the kill, right? Which I respect, and that's what you got to try to do. But it's a good lesson that just because you've established the extra tempo that I'm supposed to deny you doesn't mean you're just going to Sacktown, right? Maybe you just move the knight, and after takes, okay, in a lot of these positions now, everybody, if I play knight to d5, he's just taking here. And that's why the rook on c8 is, oh wait, but here maybe I have this check, huh? Because when you go here, you don't win the knight, because I take this with check, and then take here, so that's kind of irritating. So wait, if I play knight to d5 on knight to d7, what's going on here? I guess you can just go back to d8, but that doesn't seem right. I guess just knight e8 is good enough, because on knight to d5 now you can do this, and if I take with check, you go here. Because if I take here, you take with the knight, and at the end of it, I lose the piece. After the smoke clears. So if you played knight e8 instead, I wouldn't play knight to d5, and if I take it, then, you just take back. I don't know, knight takes is probably okay, it slows down my attack. Now, in a lot of these positions, you've maintained this tension, which means if I'm worried about that sack, which I am now I have to play a3, and as soon as this pawn is committed, this is the tip for everybody, as soon as that pawn is committed, you're just ready to attack with b5, because you don't even care about that pawn. Like, if they take it, you just go back to d8. Sacrificing that b-pawn for the two open files is more than worth it for black in these positions. You're just going to get, I don't even know if you have to go to d8, maybe you can go somewhere else. And of course, taking with the bishop is no good, because I think you can just eliminate the knight and then you win the two pieces for the rook, right? So, anyway, so a3 is an anchor. So that's why b5 is totally called for, because you're threatening b4 and you're opening up lines where I wish my pawns were all together and healthy and unopenable, right? That sounds like a movie, right? Unbreakable. Wasn't that a movie? Horrible movie, right? When did M. Night Shyamalan, go crazy, by the way? Was there like a memo on that everybody missed? Right? Was there like a TPS load letter? Right? What the bleep does that mean? Right? When did M. Night Shyamalan just literally jump the shark into Crazy Town? I don't know, but it happened somewhere between Unbreakable and the Avatar Airbender movie. It was like, what? Right? I mean, originally it was like, oh, no, actually, as soon as he did the Mark Wahlberg flick, right? Ever since I've been finding Transformers, I've been trying to protect my daughter. All right? I'm just trying to protect my daughter. All right, Nick Mata, here you go. You get your revenge. You get your revenge, or you will lose again. You guess which one's more likely. Here we go. Let's do it, Nick Mata. I'm going to go get you. I'm going to go get it. Oh, yeah. That's a big center. Ooh, defend it. Defend the center, yeah? Yeah, defend the center. Yep, this is all right. It ain't nothing but a thing here. It's how you play it. It's how the game is played, all right? Oh wait, I was supposed to play h4. Darn it. Oh, now Now I'm just messing up all over the place. Nick Mata's going to get his revenge. The revenge of Nick Mata today. All right, I gotta speed up. Nick Mata is taking me to Smash Town right now. This was not my best work. Not my best work, to say the least. Maybe I'll get a draw. Man, Nick Mata, what is your deal, dude? Whoa! He's crushing me. Nick Mata is crushing me. Uh-oh. Oh! Where are you from, Nick Mata? Oh my god, I haven't lost all day, and I'm about to get my butt kicked by this guy. Nick Mata, you are a stud, man. Wow. Whoa, this guy just took me down. Nick Mata, you have earned yourself a best of 3, buddy. Let's play again. You have earned yourself. Wow, Nick Mata is a stud, apparently. I haven't lost that bad. I mean, I should have lost to somebody who played that fast, and I don't know. It's been a long time. That was impressive. All right, let's see if I can pull it together here. What are you doing? You're just like, this guy's an animal. This guy is an animal here. No commentary right now. I gotta hope to actually hold my own. I gotta hope to hold my own here. Get the C file, I guess. All right, he called me out on Twitter, and right now he is delivering the goods. I guess I'll play there. Oh, I blundered, but he didn't see it. I blundered it. 'Twas the blunder before Christmas. I don't know if this is a draw yet, buddy. I'm not sure. You want to draw, I get it, but you checkmated yourself. That happens, but I will give you a best of 5. I'll give you one more. I will give you one more. And we'll do this again, since it was bad for you the first time. But we'll do it again. What am I doing? That wasn't so good for me. I missed knight d6. Should have played queen to c7, maybe. Go after that pony. But okay. Ponies are trapped. Sort of. Not really, actually. His position looks pretty good still. What is going on here? I don't like my position at all. Oh, that was a mouse slip, buddy. Well, I had to defend my life. Nick Mata, you know what? Hats off to you, buddy. It takes a lot to call me out on Twitter and then deliver. You did it. You did it. Wow. That was awesome. That was awesome. I love it. I love the A game that was Broughton. I was like, bring it, Kirsten Dunst style, and it was Broughton. It was Broughton. All right, everybody. Well, the show is running out. So many good players today. We already had 2 title player battles in this Bullet Brawl. They were funsies. Moo Squad. Moo Squad. Who else we got? We got Barbarian 22, E-Check, all the names I listed before. I see a lot of gauntlets being thrown down now, right? I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, we will be back next week. I think I'm here next week, so that means we have a live show. The biggest mistake that everybody made, even with the call-outs on Twitter, is, coming up and just thinking that they were going to dominate in my house. But you know what?
No.
That's right.
No,
That's right. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. I bet you didn't. Now you do. Anyway. But no, seriously, those are just for fun. I appreciate the opportunity to do this. Love everybody for following me on Twitter and for joining Chess.com. I know we've built up quite the audience here on Twitch, and so we're walking away right now. We have probably more viewers right now, actually, than we've had all day. We do. But that's how it goes sometimes. Subscribe to us, please. Hit that follow button. If you're watching this on YouTube, give us a like, and we'll chat with you later. All right? See ya.